right, so congratulations on finishing the lab. Hopefully, it went pretty smoothly. So, for reviewing for your final, that's going to also be on Schoology. So, when you get to Schoology on the right hand side where it says Semester 1, Final Exam, Study Guide, and Resources, there are some things I've added on there. So, your final will be 39 questions, multiple choice, and it will be separated by the 3 units, 13 questions each unit. And as usual, you will also have a paper copy if you prefer. So for period 2 and 6, your final exam will be on Thursday of next week during your block period. For periods 1, 3, and 5, your final will be on Wednesday next week of the block period. Note that I also said here that if you improve your grade in, let's say, the unit 1 of the final, I'm going to update your unit exam grade and replace it with that higher grade because you've already demonstrated mastery of that unit in the final. All right. So for your final, you can use 3 sheets of paper, 1 page for each study map, calculator, scratch paper, and periodic table. If you're looking for resources to study for the final, I would recommend the practice problems here because some of the questions I'm going to pull directly from those practice problems. This is totally optional though. You'll find that there are a lot of practice questions for you to do if you would like. And for your Kahoots review, I've also separated each unit if you prefer reviewing through Kahoots instead of reviewing through these series of practice problems. If you're not sure how much you should study, notice that underneath here, I said link to grade calculator. So if you click on that, it's going to ask you if you want to make your own copy. And I would guess that you probably have 2 questions related to your final, right? So one of the questions might be, what grade will I have if I get a certain score on the final? So let's say your grade is currently a 90%. Feel free to change the numbers in green. And you think you can study enough to get like a B or an 80% on the final, in which case your overall grade will be an 88%, right? So mainly if you want to answer the question, just change the parts in green. For your current grade, use the grade that's on Schoology. I should have updated pretty much all of your grades unless you submitted late work recently. It might not be fully updated. All right. The other part, what do I need to earn on the final to get a certain grade? So let's say you have an 89.7% and you want to get an A minus in this class, or at least for semester 1, which means you need to score a 91.2% on your final. All right, so hopefully this grade calculator will help you figure out how much you need to study or review. Essentially, if you have an extremely high grade, like a 90% in this class, and all you want to do is keep your A, like get a 90%, you could pretty much pass the final with a D, a 62%, and you will keep your A, right? So in which case, it's kind of great that you don't need to study as much and you can focus on your other classes if you prefer. All right, so hopefully that helps. Feel free to email me if you have any clarifying questions, so on and so forth. All right, and I will see you all back on Monday.